Good morning, y'all. Live. Good morning, y'all. What's up? So, good morning, y'all. I hope you're having a sexy Saturday today. I'm here at the plantation getting ready for my day this morning. I just wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So, there's a lot going on in news and media and around the world, but this is like one thing specifically that I wanted to touch on because for a lot of different reasons, right? Lately, over the past, I don't know, couple of years or so, there's this narrative going around that black women are the least protected group of women in the country, right? And as a man that's supposed to be as a black man that's supposed to be protecting other black women, I can't help but to feel a little bit triggered by that statement because, you know, I've seen it all my life. Like, you see a man beating on a woman at a train station or the bus stop or in a grocery store on the street. You know, most men that I know that I've seen, they're gonna stop. They're gonna stop in the middle of traffic. They're gonna hop out their car. They're gonna get old boy off of this chick, right? 9 times out of 10, it could be a total stranger. So this man could have a gun, a knife, knock you out, beat you up, kill you, all kinds of stuff. So every single day I'm seeing black men put their lives on the line to protect black women. Peace, stomach, what up? And so when people say that, I'm baffled because that's like, who else is protecting y'all if it's not black men? You know what I'm saying? And the reason that I said that is because they got this little girl, this baby, I don't even want to say young girl, baby, online. Her name is Miss Shirley, doing like the boots on the ground challenge or whatever. And you know, it's all fun and games, but this man decided he wanted to go and peace, bro, appreciate you. This guy decided he wanted to go call child services on baby Miss Shirley's mom about this situation, right? So me, I thought that was a little bit extreme, that you would be willing to go to those extremes to have a child taken away because of that. I think that's a little bit over the top, but I understood where he was coming from. So nowadays we living in a society where people like psychopaths, sick people over-sexualize everything, and this is why men have to pay attention to these things. So this man went on to say, yo, you got this girl doing all these borderline twerk dances. She got on these form-fitting clothes and moving and twerking her body like an adult, right? And so old boy was triggered by that. He was bothered by that, as he should. And so I was kind of bothered by it too, but the irony in that is that people will see that and then turn around and ask the man, yo, why are you looking at a little girl that way? You know what I'm saying? So, like, let me get this straight. Y'all want us to protect y'all, but then when we make an attempt to protect y'all, y'all call us now we're the pedophiles. Now we're sick. Now we're looking at the babies. Well, first of all, a lot of y'all exploit your children for clicks and likes. Let's just be real. Let's be honest. So y'all willing to put this baby out into the world to see, doing this dances, doing shows with full grown people in the shows, not a kid in sight, right? Not a child, not a baby in sight. All adults at these functions that she's performing in. People come in, driving for miles around to take pictures with this little girl. Y'all don't find that weird? I do. And so the whole point that I'm making, ladies, black ladies, for me, I think I love y'all. I think a lot of people that I know, other black men, love y'all, respect y'all, and want to defend and protect y'all. But y'all gotta knock this shit off. How the fuck we supposed to protect y'all or keep y'all from harm if y'all don't listen for shit? This man went up here and said, yo, you got form-fitting clothes on this little girl. Why don't y'all do something about it? Take her off of that. Put her on something that's more childlike, that's more baby-like, that babies will appreciate. You know what I'm saying? And so instead of condemning the mom and saying, yo, the mom needs to stop that, Stop exploiting this child. Take this child off of the internet. Stop giving her all of these clothes or whatever to wear. Y'all mad at the man for speaking up about it. I don't understand that. I can't help but to think, like, you know, if men got up one day, all men got up one day, all black men got up one day and said, yo, we don't even want to be here no more. We don't want to be on Earth no more. We gonna move the fuck to Mars or something somewhere, right? Don't come chase, don't come behind us. Don't come follow us, don't come. We moving, all black men moving to Mars, right? And I'm curious to know how that would look for y'all, or some of you, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all will figure it out. Y'all figure out ways to eat and survive and live, but I don't think it'll be the most comfortable for y'all. A small percentage of y'all will probably go in the woods and live with the fucking bears, because apparently they're more safe than having a man with you in the woods. Y'all gonna die off the rip. But you know what group of women will probably be suffering the most, that don't deserve to suffer? Married women. Yep, married women. Because married women understand, and not even married women, because I don't even want to put it on just them, right? I'm talking about women in general, whether you're married or not, that are in a fulfilling, long-lasting, healthy, strong relationship. They understand the importance of having a man around to protect them and defend them and go check on that whatever's squeaking downstairs in the basement in the middle of the night. They understand the importance of having a man around. Who's gonna cut the grass? Who's gonna take the trash out? You know, who's gonna step to this guy at my job for talking to me crazy? They understand that. You know what I'm saying? They understand that. So they're gonna suffer more than anybody if this was to happen. A lot of you women have already decided that y'all don't want men, y'all don't like men, y'all don't even respect men. And it's unfortunate, because most black men that I know love y'all and want to protect y'all, want to defend y'all, and most of us don't want to be with any other race but y'all, unless y'all just don't want us and we don't have a choice but to go find an Asian woman or a white woman or whatever. Me, I'm sticking with black women. I don't think there's anything better than black women on this earth. Even having said all of that, I'm still not dating outside of my race. You know what I'm saying? But all I would ask of y'all is just, when a man is speaking on something like that, listen to him. The amount of creeps out here is fucking astronomical, bro. The amount of weirdos out here that's trying to do creep shit to children is crazy. And we got to stop it. And the way we stop it is by saying, yo, this kid has form-fitting clothes on. These kids have leggings on. They got biker shorts on. They got all of this form-fitting stuff. And then y'all mad at creepy-ass men for being creepy-ass men. You know what I'm saying? Like, a damn animal is going to be an animal no matter what environment you put them in or where they at. They're not going to stop their behavior. They're going to keep doing what they've been doing. All we saying is, don't give them a reason to even pay attention to your child. And instead of y'all listening to that, y'all would say, oh, why are you looking at these babies like that? Why are you paying attention? Peace, cuzzo. Why are you paying attention to this little girl with these tight clothes on? We not paying attention in a sexual way. We paying attention as to say, yo, why the hell this kid got these clothes on like this? Because we want to protect them and defend them, because that's our job. We do that, like, that's on instinct. Most of us do that. So if y'all not listening and something happens to y'all, then how we supposed to help y'all? How we supposed to defend y'all? Peace, cuz I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Another thing too, right, that I wanted to mention, I know this might offend some of y'all, but it is what it is. The alphabet community, I got people that are gay, I got people that are lesbian, I got people that I love that are bisexual. Whatever your lifestyle is, your lifestyle, right? But as far as I'm concerned, the LGBT community has also been like, they almost like borderline like gangsters. Like they're borderline like D-bone what you could say, what you can't say, who you can offend, and you can't even speak your mind without having to worry about being censored or canceled or whatever because you have an opinion about something, right? But I don't care about that. But I want to say this, right? You got lesbian, you got gay, you got transgender, you got all of these queer and all this other stuff, right? And so there's another group of people that's trying to enter into this LGBT community. You would be surprised what group of people this is. Take one wild guess. I'm gonna give you a hint that starts with a P, right? Hey Ma, good morning, thank you. What's up, sis? Love you, Ma. There's another group that's trying to enter into this alphabet community, right? And that is the pedophile community. Yep. Look it up. They are right now lobbying to try to be a part of this group, to be accepted as a group with the LGBT community. So their argument is, if lesbians could like women, if women could like women, men could date men, right? Transgenders could be born a man but identify as a woman, and vice versa. Queers could date whoever, whenever, and however they want. Their argument is, if I could be 35 years old, if they can do all of that, why can't I be 35 and why can't I marry an 8-year-old? That's what we up against. That's literally what they're trying to do right now in 2025. They're trying to make this into a thing, into a law where it's not illegal. Like, the crazy thing about law is, like, whoever said law was even logical, rational, or ethical. Slavery was law. you know, and we did that for how long? Then after that, they had Jim Crow. That's a whole nother thing. I'm just saying, making it legal doesn't make it right or ethical. So they're still trying to argue their right to even do this. I'm gonna go even further. They have men and women and people in general that are adopting children just to grape them, just to mold them into these sexual creatures and take advantage of them as children, because they're in these foster homes and they're all of these different places and doing all of these different weird things to these young kids. So it's deeper than just like a young girl wearing an outfit. That's all I need y'all to kind of understand. So, and I'm talking to my nieces, I'm talking to my nephews, I'm talking to everybody within proximity that could listen and hear me. Pay attention to what your children got going on. Stop leaving your kids at random people's house that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting your children in environments where it's not safe. If you take your kids to somebody's house and somebody say, yo, bro, that man, that house over there that you dropped your daughter at, a man got accused of raping a girl or molesting his child or whatever the case may be. And some of y'all will be like, nah, that's a rumor. You know, the child just said that because, you know, he was mad at the dad and this, that. Let me tell you something. If I ever get any information about anybody doing anything to a child where my kid is at or was at, they not going there no more. They not going there ever again. And if it's not true, God forbid some child, because children lie, God forbid somebody lies on that man and it's not true and his name is just damaged or whatever, his reputation is damaged. You know what? That sucks for them. That sucks for your name, that sucks for your reputation. Well, my kid's not going back over there. And if my kids end up over there, then it's gonna be a different type of conversation. I don't know about y'all, but I'm dying for my children, bro. I'm dying for my family in general. And anybody that knows me knows I'm peace, love, and happiness. I don't want no drama. I don't want no smoke. But I'm going to the moon about my family and the people that I love, as I should. I'm going to keep the peace first. But if the peace ain't keeping, then we got to do what we got to do. Protect the babies, man. That's all I be saying. I just don't understand how some of y'all be so angry and so defensive over men trying to defend babies. I don't understand that for the life of me. My daughters were doing cheerleading for a while. We went to cheerleading competitions. They had these short skirts on. They had the barrettes in their hair. They was looking cute and adorable and all of this stuff. And then they started wearing a lip gloss with the glitter. I was like, all right, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too close to lipstick for me. But you know what? They having fun. It's a competition. It's all, you know, that's what they do in cheerleading. Okay, fine, right? I'm pulling up the practices. I want to know who's around, where are my kids, who they with, who's in the dressing room with them when they're getting dressed. Is she sick? Is she a pedophile? Does she have a reputation for doing things to children? It's not always men. You know what I'm saying? So we got to protect the babies in general from both sexes. We assuming that because it's a man that they're the pedophiles. No, it's a lot of women, female pedophiles too. And sometimes they even worse. They do even more egregious things to children. You know what I'm saying? Stay involved with your children. Talk to your children. You know what I'm saying? And those of you, I know this is probably going to hit home for some of y'all. If y'all feel a way about it, you probably need to reevaluate your way of thinking. You probably need more men around you or in your life that love you and respect you and want to protect you. If you think a man is a pedophile for addressing a woman, or I'm sorry, a young girl in scantily clad clothing or tight fit clothing, and he's calling this out and saying, yo, stop doing this because there's sick people out here, but you didn't turn on him and call him sick and call him a pedophile, you not right up here, bro. You not right. You not right. You talking about why? What are you talking about? How else? First of all, if you're saying why are we looking, why is it on the internet? You can't help but to look. It's all over the internet. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's on TikTok. It's everywhere. And you know, I don't mean to disrespect this young girl or put her on blast or anything like that. This is more of a wake-up call to the parents. Because a 5-year-old ain't gonna get on nobody's stage and with no boots and no fan and do nothing without an adult there to supervise that child and make sure the child gets to these venues to perform in front of adults. So it's not about trying to disrespect or degrade the babies. We talking about the parents that are allowing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So at what point do y'all step up and be like, yo, we gotta knock this shit off? Stop putting tight clothes on your children. Stop putting makeup and thick lip gloss and all of that shit on your children. Get your kids off of TikTok and Facebook and Instagram twerking and doing all of these sexually explicit dances in their babies, bro. They're children. Let them be children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some of y'all are teaching y'all kids these days. This is how we used to twerk back in 95. What? Then you mad when she pregnant at 12. You like, oh, well, she wasn't raised like that. Yes, the fuck she was. Because you ain't teaching no different. What you mean she wasn't raised like that? She was raised straight into that shit. You had your baby at 15. Now she's having a baby at 12. And you wondering how this came about, why this is happening. Because you didn't break the cycle. Some of us make mistakes in life. Some of us have babies at young ages and things of that nature. Right? But the minute you do that, you would think that, yo, I don't want my child to be a teenage mom. I want my child to have a nice career, hopefully a husband, and then have children, plan children, if that's even a thing. Have children under the guise that you're in love with somebody. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just you having a one-night stand and y'all popping babies out left and right. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize if that offends people. I'm just saying we got to do better. Me too. I got to do better. We all got to do better. I'm not trying to point the finger and stand on this pedestal like I'm better than anybody. I'm far from perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying as a community, we got to do better. We got to protect our children. And the way you do that is by calling out bullshit. And when we do that and y'all don't stand next to us and say, yeah, that's right, he's right. That's not the right thing to do. That's wrong for them to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that as a community. Men standing up and y'all telling us no. You're telling us we wrong because we trying to protect what we love. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to express my thoughts on that, man. I love y'all to death. I'm going to start trying to do some more Facebook Lives and stuff like that. Super busy at the plantation today. I love y'all for free. Be good. Be safe. I'll holla at y'all, man. 100.